Dear global chess community, writes I am Kasakoli. On March 29th, we were made aware that GM Vladimir Kramnik admitted to using GM Denis Khismatullin's account to play in Title Tuesday. Playing under someone else's name, particularly in prize events, is a violation of our fair play policy. As such, both players have been notified that they are suspended from prize events on chess.com. GM Kramnik for 3 months and GM Khismatullin indefinitely. Wow, this breaking on Twitter, aka X, in the last 24 hours, right? Throws open so many questions suddenly. Let's jump to a couple of those. So first off, how did Kramnik admit to this? Second, which Title Tuesday was this in? What impact did Kramnik's fair play violation have? Third, and fourth, what's Kramnik's response to the chess.com suspension here? Let's take it one by one, right? So first off, how did Kramnik admit to this? Well, this is apparently a comment that he left in a YouTube video talking about this subject. Now, how do I know this? Well, Jerry from the Chess Network did a great video on this already, but 4 days ago. So this has been kind of evolving over time, right? Now, he didn't name the video that was put on YouTube. Jerry didn't, so I can't track it down. I've tried, and apparently this was in the comments section. And as you can see, Kramnik saying that it was an experiment to collect data, test cheating methods on chess.com, and he did indeed play several tournaments under the nickname Krakozia. That's Khismatullin's nickname on chess.com, and he chose that account out of 5 accounts suggested to him for the purpose by fellow grandmasters because it was close to his rating and approximate strength. And then he says, by the way, many Russian and foreign top players knew about this. I immediately said that even if I accidentally earned a prize, I wouldn't claim it. In the tournaments I played, I didn't make it to the top 5. I received very useful information by playing under a different nickname, which I also use for building an anti-cheating system. I don't see a problem with playing under someone else's nickname if the chess player is comparable in strength to the account owner, Vladimir Kramnik. Wow, a lot to unpack there. Let's start with this don't see a problem playing under someone else's account. We'll jump to here now. This is another snapshot of the fair play policy, courtesy of Jerry here. Great video he did, great channel. Subscribe to that one if you haven't done so already. And as you can see in the highlighted section, do not use anyone else's account. Now, what's the significance of that? Well, we're going to unpack that a bit in just a moment through an example game here. But let's first jump to which tournament is in question around all of this. Now, Kramnik said he's done this in several tournaments, but according to Jerry's video anyway, this was one of the main tournaments in which Kramnik did this and was definitely playing under Khismatullin's account, who's also known as this Krakozia name, right? Came 7th in this one, and apparently Khismatullin at the time was playing in a Russian Blitz tournament. Again, source of that information, Jerry, Chess Network, his video. Don't know how he knows. I guess he's got that tournament and who entered, but I couldn't find it in the chess.com previous tournaments, right? A lot of information going on here. Now, if we jump to this Title Tuesday game, we're going to see the impact of playing on someone else's account, because as you can see here, Krakozia, which is Denis Khismatullin aka Kramnik, finished 7th on 9 points, but only 7th due to tie breaks. But Castor here, which is actually a grandmaster called Vasquez, Rodrigo Vasquez, he came 23rd. But if he'd won, he'd have been on joint 9 points. And, you know, who knows? Might have finished in top 5, right? Got some prize money. So let's have a look at this game. Rewind here. So Kramnik with black. This is a Sicilian on the board. Now, would Rodrigo have played e4 if he knew he was playing Kramnik? Maybe not, right? After a Sicilian, would he have gone for this open Sicilian stuff if he knew he was playing Kramnik? Maybe not, right? They end up in a Sveshnikov. We go down these lines, white fighting hard for the d5 square. It's a great game of chess in and of its own right. But the point being, Rodrigo thinks he's playing Kramnik. Sorry, Denis, actually, he's playing former world champion Vladimir Kramnik. We're going to rattle through the moves. Black attacking on the king side here, white playing in the centre and on the queen side, trying to dominate the d5 square. And Rodrigo does really well, gets a good position, lots of pressure on b5. We see an exchange here, and now you're best to take that bishop and then pick up the pawn on b5. But instead, some defensive measures taken with this terrible move h4. Kramnik finds the best response, knight h3 check. You can't take, pawn's pinned, so king sidesteps, and now there's this amazing move of rook takes on g2, crashing through with takes, queen g4, attack rumbles with f3 and the knight supporting. But missed, Kramnik takes, still good enough for a major attack, queen comes in, game rumbles on here, big grip on the dark squares, and now a nice shot, opening the queen on the unprotected rook. So it's saved with queen e3. The knights support that one here. Now we get check, few more moves, rumbling on, check, rook f2, a nice distraction to move the rook, win the queen, but missed. Kramnik checks. Few more moves here, game rumbles on, the black queen hunting that white king. We get round to here, and here we see resignation from Rodrigo. Too much pressure on the second rank, this pawn too powerful. And as we said, Rodrigo then didn't finish in the joint 9 points, right? No chance of any prize money on tie breaks. So here we can directly see impact of playing on other people's accounts. Now back to our questions, right? So how is Kramnik responding to all this, you know, to the suspension from chess.com? Well, now we're going to jump over here onto Twitter, aka X, or X aka Twitter I should say. These are tweets from Vladimir Kramnik, April 3rd, today's April 4th, but they're in Russian of course. Now as you guys know, I'm quite an expert on Russian translation, per one of my recent videos, but that's a joke by the way, but I can't actually get this stuff translated here. So jump to Reddit, which of course we always know is 100% accurate, never doubt it, and someone's translated one of these statements here using Russian Google translation, right? So we got to take it with a pinch of salt. But along the lines of receiving a letter from chess.com in which they wrote they were suspending me from playing in prize tournaments due to use of another account, which they learned from a denunciation by a YouTuber posting as a chess player, Galchenko. To everyone who watched my streams from titles, thank him. Oh right, so he's saying I won't be streaming on Title Tuesday anymore. So apparently, according to Kramnik, Galchenko was a whistleblower here, not something that was mentioned in Jerry's video posted 4 days ago on this subject. Now who's Galchenko? Well, this guy, Matvey Galchenko, he's an international master, born in the year 2000. He's Russian as well. This is his YouTube channel, but it's not active. You know, his last post a year ago, and he's only done, 4 videos here. So Kramnik says YouTuber posing as chess player. Well, he's not really a YouTuber, right? Just a few videos. Obviously, Kramnik's kind of gunning for him now. Doesn't like the guy. But I've no clue how Kramnik knows he was the whistleblower or how this guy was the whistleblower. I don't know. There's some stuff going on behind the scenes, right? But long story short, let's recap here. Vladimir Kramnik now suspended from chess.com for 3 months. We've got Denis Khismatullin suspended indefinitely. Kramnik now posting on Twitter actively his thoughts on this whole thing. His Twitter's just gone off the charts, posting loads and loads of stuff here. And of course, all of this just going to rumble on, tons of fallout. And on the day that the candidates tournament starts, 4th of April as well. Absolutely exploding as always. Hit subscribe if you never want to miss any more of these chess drama updates, plus candidates recap coming later. Hikaru Fabi, and I hope to see you soon. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. Love to hear from everyone, and apologies if I can't get back to all the comments right. It's difficult to keep up. Cheers for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.